This video talks about ethical issues of machine learning algorithms and provides personal examples based on personal usage of social media. Enjoy! Hi, this is Uditi Goyal, and today I'm going to talk to you about machine learning algorithms that are implemented in social media sites and the ethical issues behind that. So, as we know, machine learning is a very popular algorithm used in society. Social media sites use machine learning to learn more about each individual, from what their favorite celebrities and TV shows are to what their favorite hobbies are and who they talk to the most and their very close friends. As a user of some of the most common forms of social media, such as Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and other forms of social media, I can safely say that the machine learning algorithms are very accurate. For example, one of my favorite shows on the whole planet is Friends, and every time I look at Instagram, I always find at least one post about a scene from the show Friends, or about one of the 6 actors that were on Friends. Additionally, the machine learning algorithm makes sure to show me newly uploaded dance videos and some videos that I've already watched. Social media sites use machine learning algorithms to help users look at the posts they want to see. However, there are several ethical issues involving the use of machine learning in social media. One of the biggest ethical issues is privacy rights. These algorithms cause the individual to be deprived of their privacy. For instance, social media sites such as Instagram and Snapchat show the people who you talk to the most. For instance, when DMing someone something on Instagram, it has your top contacts that you usually talk to through DMs. Additionally, Snapchat has a built-in machine learning system that it can essentially tell you who your best friends for 30 days is, or who your mutual friends are with your other friends, and who you're not super close to but pretty good friends with too. These machine learning algorithms, while can be useful while sending memes to a user, so we don't need to search like an individual's name, is definitely a violation of privacy. Ethical issue number 2. Another ethical issue is algorithm bias. Artificial intelligence is created by humans, which causes even these algorithms to have some bias towards the way these algorithms are implemented and built. According to Techopedia, machine learning algorithms can show bias towards selected race without any intention. According to this website also, one of these algorithms caused African American people to look like gorillas, and another algorithm accented people's faces to look more European, which apparently meant beautifying them. A popular example of an algorithm that was created with bias was the Haar Cascades algorithm. This was one of the most popular algorithms that supported this ethical issue with algorithm bias. This algorithm essentially tries to recognize objects or images. This algorithm also recognized people in general. However, it had some bias when recognizing dark-skinned individuals. The algorithm essentially recognizes a double T pattern in images of an individual's face. So now, connecting this back to social media. This can easily happen when software developers write out algorithms to base individuals' feed off of. For instance, this is especially possible when it comes to politics. Depending on how the creator of the algorithm thinks and who created it, it can influence what individuals see on their daily feed. Additionally, Snapchat is a good example of how algorithms can be easily influenced. For example, usually the individual who you talk to the most is established as your best friend with a pink, yellow, or red heart. However, if you start talking to another person for even a week and stray away from your regular streaks that you have with that person, then pretty quickly you'll see a best friend icon next to that friend. So in my opinion, I believe that it takes like a month or even a 2 for a friend to become your best friend. So if I was creating this algorithm, I would probably have it so you would have to be talking to that person for a month or 2. So now sometimes people only communicate through Snapchat. For instance, they only communicate when they need some help with other person because they don't have the other person's phone number. So as we can see, if I was building this algorithm, it would be very different. So this is known as algorithm bias. Therefore, depending on who builds the algorithm, they'll base it off of what they think, and the algorithm will have some bias. This is another ethical issue when it comes to implementing machine learning algorithms for social media sites. Ethical issue number 3. Another ethical issue when using artificial intelligence and machine learning is when software engineers collect data. This ethical issue is slightly based off of privacy of individuals. Collecting data is the biggest issue when it comes to using machine learning algorithms. For instance, data can be sometimes easily found online for free or even for a small price for the user to use. As an individual who's had experience in developing apps, I always use data that can be found easily online to create apps for different things, such as maybe a list of movies or a list of restaurants, and so on and so forth. However, when it comes to collecting data of each individual on their accounts, it becomes a violation of privacy. However, in order to implement the algorithm, social media sites need the data of every individual to provide them with the posts of what the user wants to see. Additionally, these posts include various forms of advertisements for the user. As users, we never know what is real and what is not when it comes to the social media. However, machine learning algorithms make sure to showcase certain advertisements randomly on a user's feed. For example, today, I was scrolling through Instagram this morning, and today I found this really fancy pens that I really liked, and I thought they were really cool. So one of my best friends who loves doing calligraphy, I decided to try to get it for her this morning. So I went on the Instagram page to try to order some of these pens for her birthday. However, when I went on it, there was nowhere to order these pens. You never know what is real and what is not with these advertisements and these pages that are on Instagram. So, I hope this video educated you about the ethical issues behind machine learning algorithms in social media. So, first one we discussed was privacy. It's probably the biggest issue when it comes to social media and softwares using their information. The amount of information that an algorithm can tell you from a person's account can be scary. This information can be used in a harmful way and against individuals. Privacy is usually and always the biggest ethical issue when it comes to technology. Social media solves the issue by asking the user to agree to its terms and services, granting them to have rights over your individual data. However, I don't know if that's considered ethical. Another issue we talked about throughout this video is bias that is presented towards these algorithms. Now, depending on who creates these algorithms, social media sites will behave differently, depending on how an individual thinks. Most social media apps solve this problem by having several people build an algorithm and testing it on a wide range of people. This helps essentially software engineers to understand how to tweak the algorithm so it's best suited for each individual based on their race, religion, hobbies, and also the popularity of some ads that you'll always see. Now, our last issue we mentioned in this video is social media sites using data from their personal use of how they use their social media. For example, data is collected from individuals to see who they interact with the most through chat features on apps like Instagram and Snapchat. Similarly, social media sites, while do they ask for your approval from the user through terms and services, the question now becomes, how ethical is it for a computer to have all this information about a certain individual? So these are the 3 main ethical reasons that I discovered in this project. Thank you so much for listening to this video.